Hey YouTube, late December 2017, and I thought I've been seeing a lot of top knives of 2017, and I thought I'd throw my hat in that ring. So, without further ado, my top 10 production folding knives of 2017. All locking knives. Modern folders, so to speak. So, number 10, now this was a shootout. I ended up on the Kershaw Dividend 420HC and GFN, made in the USA, about a $36 knife. This is a spectacular knife. My big knock on it was, why didn't they make it out of a better steel and better handle materials? And then they went and did that. I haven't ordered it yet, but there is an M390 version with aluminum handles for $76.95, and I think they're available now at Blade HQ. I'm not sure. So that is definitely a knife I will be checking out. Normally you'd save the honorable mention for either first or last. I'm going to bring it up now because this is what I was debating. The Real Steel Megalodon. I just love this knife. It's smooth as glass, great blade centering, everything about this knife I like. And the cost, $60. It's Sandvik 14 C28 steel G10, made in China. The same knock, if it was only a better steel. And then doing the research, I found out they're also doing an M390 version. Right now, the cost on that one says about $208, but there's a special discount going on, which I haven't researched yet, but this may go in my cart today. My only issue, it's just going to be another titanium frame lock folder or flipper. But it's such an outstanding design, I may do it anyhow. So, and I love M390. So that was the dilemma. I ended up going with the USA-made knife over the Chinese-made knife. Okay, so number 9 is the Steel Will Cut Jack. This knife's all over YouTube. I'm not going to get too deep into it. This is the M390 version. G10, made in Italy, $153. Great knife, great ergos. Can't really find any knock on this knife at all. Great EDC knife, just a great knife. Next up will be number 8. This is the Kershaw Almar AM4, 8 CR13 MOV steel G10, made in China, $30 knife. For the money, this is a spectacular knife. I really hope they do a version with upgraded steel. Just love this little blade. It's just a great knife. The fit and finish on this for $30 is just unbelievable. And they even anodize the standoffs there for you. Just a cool knife. I also have the AM3, but I like the bigger blade better. Next up is the, put the honorable mention down here, the Mastrop Ferium Forge, made by We Knife, Crux, titanium flipper, S35 VN steel, titanium, $125, made in China by We. I love this knife. This is just a great ergoed knife, great EDC knife. Just oozes quality, and this will definitely be in my pocket quite a bit. I haven't had it that long, maybe a month or two, and I just really like it. You get the Ferium Forge design, Mastrop produced, but actually they're made by We, I know that. But anyways, Next up was a Knife Center exclusive. This is the Delica with the pack of wood handle and HAP 40 sandwich steel. I love this knife. And costs about $144. I believe they're still available at Knife Center, so if anyone's interested. Just a great knife. I'm going to put a deep pocket carry clip on it, and this will be in heavy rotation, as it has been since I got it. Okay, so now the top 5. This might surprise some people. Bestech Swordfish. D2 tool steel, G10, 2 different colors. Love this knife. Made in China. Oh, the Delica was Seki City, Japan. This is a $52 knife. Just love this knife. This is a home run. And for the value, for the price, you know, D2 is not even a terrible blade material. Hopefully they start doing some higher end stuff. I would definitely look into it. I also have a Lion, and that's a really well made knife as well. But this one is just it just screams. I just love it. Next up, the newest knife on the list for me, the Kaiser Wanderer S35 VN titanium, $180. I didn't pay that much for it. I got it on sale for $120, and oh, I love this knife. This is just pure class, as TGV would say. Not the best, deployment. It's you can actually flick it, but it needs worn in, and I'll probably break it down and oil it up and get it screaming, because this is going to be in my pocket a lot this year. This is for me the perfect EDC knife. Then the WE Knives 707 Nitida, however you say it. CPM S35 VN steel, titanium and carbon fiber. $250 knife, made in China. Wow, this is just a home run. I've seen some good reviews on this on YouTube. I like a lot of things about it. Somebody brought up the fact that the handle to blade offset is a little strange. I don't really mind it. That gives you a little more leverage as you're using it. It could be lower. If you look at this, you have a lot of room between the blade and the bottom of the handle, but that is what it is. I just love this knife. It's a real home run, and hopefully WE Knife stops using, the only knock I have is the proprietary hardware. And I've heard Nick Shabazz talking about that. I think they're going to start doing standard hardware, so that will be nice. And the fight for the top spot. I had a big problem deciding which one was going to be number 1 versus number 2. But in the end, I think I made the right decision. Number 2 is the Spyderco Shaman. CPM S30V and G10. $150 knife. Love it. I did have to take it apart and clean it up and to get that action as good as it is now. But wow, once this thing's broken in, it's a great knife. I was always a big fan of the Native, and this is just a big brother to it. Can't say enough good things. One knock on it is the fact there's as you close the knife, that part of the blade actually hits your finger, which is a little annoying. But it's not a sharp part of the knife, so really in the end, who cares? And the number 1. Oh, that was made in America. The WE Knife's Chinese, obviously. The number 1 knife is, in my opinion, the Kaiser Megatherium. This is ahead of its time. This is S35 VN, titanium and carbon fiber. Again, you might notice I kind of like that combo. $233, Chinese, Elijah Isham designed. And just to give him his props. There's his maker mark. This knife it's tactical. I just love it. There's just something about it. I just think it's ahead of its time. It's design-wise, who else is doing anything like this that isn't charging thousands of dollars for custom work? You cannot find a more original production knife than this. So, in my opinion, the Megatherium, best knife of the year. But it was a shootout because not nearly as pretty, but as far as a worker, this is a worker. But this is just so nice. Everything about this knife I like. Except for the effect that when you pull it out in public it has on the sheeple. People don't like this knife. They're definitely scared of it. The Shaman, they're scared of this too. So who cares? Anyways. Those are my top 10 of 2017. I'd love to hear what you people think. Go ahead and post any comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And have a good one. I have one worst knife or biggest disappointment of 2017. I'll probably do that video next. But anyways, thanks. If you like these, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, YouTube.